You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of nerds. Nerds!
Welcome back. We have returned. Finally, we've gotten to the end of Invincible season 4 with that finale. And if you've made it this far, you obviously the last two of our episodes, we didn't tell you what happened. We kind of wanted you to experience them for yourself because it was that good. I mean, I felt it was that good. I felt I would be taking away from the actual story if I tried to tell you what happened. Um, we tried to tell you what happened. We didn't want to do that because that's again we feel strongly about how good this series is. So we left off with Mark realizing, oh shit, they went to Earth because obviously what they did to their planet, they kind of they 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 destroyed it. They it's pretty much setting it on fire and walking away, but not just their house, their entire planet is gone. They have no place to go. It's really insane. I've never seen really anything like that. You've seen obviously you've seen Krypton, and they send Superman off, and Thundera for the Thundercats. They escaped there, but it wasn't somebody destroying their planet like the way Mark and Omni-Man did. It's insane. But and this is not just being caught up in the moment. And this is one of the best series out right now. And real quick, I'll say this. Carlos, if Carlos is watching, shout out to Carlos. He's the one who put me on to this. And I never heard of Invincible before. I knew of Image Comics. But I started watching this when it first came out on Prime, and I didn't watch it when it dropped. I was like maybe 5 episodes in, and I binged them all. That's how good they were, and I was like everybody else, had to wait till the next week, and I was fiending. I was fiending for it, but ever since then, I've been hooked, and this is one of the better seasons. Puba, you made it as well.
Yeah,
Finale.
I made it to this finale, and I don't know, did we win or lose? Like the finale has me guessing whether we won or lost it. I mean the opening scene again, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but man, that opening scene with the Viltrumites, bro, like we would be super messed up if any of this stuff really happened, because there's just there's I mean again it's a bunch of supermen Kryptonians coming to Earth. Like this is what's his name from Superman 1 that came out of the zone.
Zod.
This is General Zod at its ultimate, right? Like that this is what we're looking at. And how much can Mark really take? Like I know the show's name, and we kind of got a new title card away from breaking of all of the white into space, and now the Invincible logo is in white with his blue color, I guess, on there. But man, even from Alan, the what Alan is now in charge of, or what's been put on his plate. And there's no way on God's green earth that I could ever think that he can manage that. Like, why would I think that he could? But what really got me in this episode, Pete, was, and I'll say it's Mark's mental every time Thragg came up.
Oof. So
again, I don't want to spoil for anybody because we've done such a great job of reviewing this stuff without having to spoil it for you. But every time Thragg shows up, I am scared for Mark. I fear like he's gonna hurt himself because he has that much PTSD. Listen, we talked about my unfavorite character, Heather, who has PTSD because of Muse. And I just hope that she gets to meet Thragg one day. That's what I would hope for one day. But what she's going through is nothing, absolutely nothing what Mark is going through, Pete.
She I like I said last episode, super impressed with Thragg. Nothing has changed here. It's his emotion. He's so calm emotionally, and the fact that he can just wipe everybody out, and to be that calm, his demeanor is insane. Knowing what he can do, like he blocked that punch with his forehead and didn't move. The Infinity Ray, a shot from the Infinity Ray went right by his face. Didn't flinch. He is not scared of a thing because he carries himself like, yeah, no one can beat me, but I don't need to show it. Everybody knows. And we said it last week. Oliver was like, I don't believe the hype. I bet Oliver believes the hype now. He is the goods. He is the goods, man. Thragg, super impressed with him. But like to go back to what you were saying, the way the Viltrumites just arrived, it was crazy because they are so they're like a bull in a china shop. It's that they're not coming quietly. And we do know now there's 37 of them left.
The number is out there.
But they have that one. That's pretty much all they need. So the other 36 pretty much are just reinforcements because I think Thragg is enough. If we saw what he did in the last episode, I will say this: now that this, we did see the finale. Is there a better mom in comics than Debbie?
Does Aunt May count?
No, she's not his mother.
She's a titi. Okay.
Well, you know what? Let me say that again because it's wrong for me to say that because Debbie is not Oliver's mother.
Right.
And the decision she makes here, it was just like, wow.
Maybe the mom from the Invincibles. I'm stretching here.
Well, yeah, you're stretching, pun intended, because that's Elastigirl. But
that pun was intended.
But she's more on par with, again, you bringing up Aunt May is good because she's on par with her because they don't have powers.
Right.
Debbie doesn't have powers. Aunt May doesn't have powers. And I did jump the gun there. She's not Peter's mother, and he's not and she's not Oliver's mother. Okay. So they are definitely equal in that sense. But Debbie, what she did this
Debbie's
time
biting
the
bullet a lot. Like Debbie's biting the bullet being around Nolan, and trying to be next to her stepson or her son, if you want to call it. But I give you credit. Debbie is good. But I'm mad. I'm mad about Debbie and Paul. I'm mad that kind of like. We were talking about his meatballs in earlier episodes. Like, I'm sad that didn't happen, you know.
But
the folks will find out when they watch the episode. But we know that it's been 10 months.
10, yeah. That's
since
what I was gonna say.
Since Mark left. So at least we get what the time jump is. And how about Eve? You know, big girl, back it up. You know, you got big girl Eve, back it up. Let's go. I'm all for that. A little more cushion for the pushing from Mark.
Well, we see that, like Booba said, it's been 10 months and they've been gone 10 months. So they have to come back and kind of like, you know, pick up the pieces of what has been happening since they've been gone. And it's the action was in episode 7. This is kind of the aftermath. Okay, now where do we go from here? And there were a couple of times I'm watching and I was speechless at what happened. There was a couple of times there. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to spoil it. But this is one of the better. Look at how these shows are rated. These episodes are rated. They're in the 9s. They're in the high 9s. It's just amazing to me writing. And look, we're dealing with superheroes, aliens, space, all this, and the story is still good.
All the sci-fi in the world. All the sci-fi in the
everything.
World.
You got a guy with one eye. You got an alien with one eye. And you got Nolan. Please, can we get him an outfit that he has some freaking shoes on? It's like, what is he? One of the Flintstones that he's walking around freaking barefoot? Like, let's get him a different costume. That is killing me. It's very minute, but that's one of my bugaboos right there. That's killing me.
Pete, let me ask you a question, just so that, and I'm not going to spoil anything here, but the question that's asked to Mark, would you have said yes or no?
Yeah.
You would have said yes.
I'll tell you this. I would say yes. It's pretty much at that point, count your losses and then count your blessings. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. I would say yes, and I'd be looking for their next house. I'd help them shop the market, and I'll leave it at that, because it's crazy. Because here's the thing about this, P, and I have to ask you this: from Thanos to Negan to so many villains that we've witnessed between movies and TV shows, is there anything that you've seen like Thragg?
No, and I continue to say this, that I've seen nothing like this. This is a whole different display of an alpha that like Negan was different because he had like the upper hand, because he had the army behind him. He had the numbers, but he also had it up here. Like, I'm going to take a bat to two of these people's heads because of what they did to our thing.
Yeah.
But nothing like Thragg. Nothing like him. Nothing.
The only thing I can compare Thragg to would be in Marvel The Beyonder. That is probably the only thing that I can think of that's as close to him as Thragg. Like even as far as Sentry, what we saw in the Thunderbolts movie. But bro, this is crazy. They're just crazy. Listen, and there is nothing that Invincible could do to create anything on this man. And it's just we saw in episode 7, we again, and no one wants to see that again. Not even Mark. I don't think even Mark wants to see what they went through in episode 7 again.
When you see this from a Viltrumite,
run.
Well, Oliver tried to run, and look what happened to him.
No, listen, from again, and we get a lot of confessions in this episode as well. That's emotional and heartbreaking. I loved everything about this, Pete, and we didn't get a lot of action, like you said. This wasn't episode 7. Episode 7 is pretty much what Game of Thrones does. They will give you the best action of an episode prior to the finale because they want to kind of wrap it up. And I think one of the things that they do for Invincible is just that. They will give us the action. It was never disappointing. And the storyline, to your point, and what you're saying is that, is there a better show than Invincible? Because on top of all the action, on top of everything has our eyes glued on this TV, the storyline just nails it, man. From the heart-wrenching to the gut-wrenching to the, oh my God, shocker. It has everything from the comedy as well. So I don't know, Pete, to answer that question of, is there a better show at this time going against Invincible? But, and while it's early, we're in only the first part of the quarter of our early year 2026. This has not only the best animated award, but this has probably the best show award as for 2026.
So we've said enough. Everybody who's made it this far, enjoy the finale of Invincible season 4, and tell us what you think in the comments.
The worst episode ever.